gentlemen, dudettes, I am Matt Burns, and this is The Burning Truth. And of course, I am not alone, I am with...
Clear his throat intensively. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are in the presence of the one and only James Irvine.
Yeah. And in case anybody's probably just picked up as there's only two of us, where's the third? Where's JB? Unfortunately, as we discussed last week, due to prior engagements, JB couldn't make it for this week.
Yes. Why?
So...
Why, oh why could he not make it? Because he's a Halloween bar humbug, apparently.
Even though bar humbug is not Halloween.
Yes, we know. Somebody should inform JB that.
I think we did.
Yeah. Stilly boy.
In case if anyone wants to know what we're referring to, just check out Twitter. But anyway,
Yes.
we just thought we'd just point out it is just just myself and James Irvine. No John Bloor this week, and it's going to be a very, very interesting week because we've got a lot to discuss. But before we get there, we've got to go through our usual disclaimers. So. The following episode of The Burning Truth, some listeners may find offensive due to strong language and topics that may be unsuitable for younger audiences and, people who may have of a sensitive or nervous disposition or may find some of these topics offensive. If you do, then we do have to state you may want to give it a miss, but before you give it a miss, just wait until we cover the topics. And then if you feel like it's not for you, or you feel that we're going to be ranting too much, just switch off and come back to another week where we'll be less angry, or, I say less angry. We're usually most angry, WWE most times, but we are trying to cut that back.
Trying.
But anyway, with that, audio discretion is strongly advised. Just in case if anyone does listen to it, or someone who is a minor does listen to it, and you do not have your permission, parental permission to be listening to this, please don't hold us responsible.
Yes, because there are lots of fucks and buggers in this.
And there goes it's a good thing we're past the watershed in the UK.
Are we? You sure?
No, we're not, actually. Crap. But we have this... But then again, this is why we have the disclaimer. Hey!
I said that after we had the disclaimer.
That you did. But anyway, with that being said, you have been warned. And, of course, the one thing that is always in every week is... the following episode may contain strobe lighting effects, just to keep JB happy.
Yes. Keep JB happy. Keep him happy because apparently Scrooge was around at Halloween.
Yeah.
And not Christmas. Whether he meant that as a joke or not, it still reminds me of a certain somebody that confused their elbow with their shoulder. Yeah, my shoulder's all right, mate. My shoulder's all right.
It's your elbow.
That's your elbow, dude.
And of course, we will be just stating out that The Burning Truth does fully support Black Lives Matter and speaking out, and the usual terms and conditions out of what we cover for each of them do still stand and are still open and available for anybody who is interested in what we have offered for Black Lives Matter and speaking out. Right. We've got to discuss topics of the main topics. We've got quite a bit, but before we get to there, if there is any minor glitches or anything interruptions between us, let's just point this out. We are using the power of the internet.
Yes, that tool that is very temperamental. Very, very temperamental.
But because of this power of the internet, which I'm currently glad at this moment in time, we are able to keep doing the burning truth, and even though we're not in the same room as each other, even though some of us can be when there isn't a situation on.
Don't you mean that I'm glad that we're not in the same room because last time you tried to hold my hand?
What?
You know what? Don't deny it.
What the hell are you on about?
Sweet Jesus.
I have no idea what you're on about, and what's Herbert doing here?
Come here, Irvine.
No.
Hold your hand.
Right. Anyway, we've got a lot to discuss because, let's just say this, we've got to discuss some topics involving Stephen Amell. I know what you're all thinking. Well, we know he's a wrestling fanatic, but why are we going to be discussing him? Find out. We're going to be talking about AEW, and when we get to there, we're going to be discussing about the number one contender for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, and of course the women's division of AEW, and our thoughts on it. Oh dear. And of course, our favourite subject, WWE.
WWE World Wrestling Excrement.
Nice try, but World Wrestling Entertainment. And in case you want to know what we're going to be discussing, we're going to be discussing the fallout of WWE Hell in a Cell, the fallout of Halloween Havoc, the current Twitch situation, and also the Lana situation. But before we get there, and how do I say this without it sounding not ungenuine, even though it is, unfortunately, once again, we have got to do a 5-bell salute. Are you there, Irvine?
Yes, I am here still. I'm just waiting for you to reel off the names, young man.
No. Well, not yet. We are having to cover another week of 5-bell salutes. Unfortunately, yes. During this time, it does feel like it's coming every week, but we had to tip off our hats to these entertainers, these wrestlers, these people who some of you may know, some of you may not know, and some of you who may have been many massive fans for through multiple generations.
Definitely.
And unfortunately for this week, we've had to say goodbye to Tracy Smothers, Bobby Ball, and Sean Connery.
Sad times.
And in case if anybody wants to know who Tracy Smothers is, Tracy Smothers was a wrestler. He is somebody who has wrestled in the major wrestling, the top corporations, over in the American scenes. He's been over in the UK. He is somebody who I've met. A absolute amazing entertainer, and he is somebody who will be greatly missed, especially with his anecdote of, if you don't listen to him, everybody dies. In case you don't know what I'm on about, just look him up. He is absolutely hysterical. He was also one of the original FBI members on ECW.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yes. And in case if anybody... so with that... Bobby Ball was a British comedian. In case anybody probably recognise, why does he sound familiar? He is somebody who was the one half of the dynamic duo Cannon and Ball. He has also been on Not Going Out, playing I believe Lee Mack's dad on it.
Yeah.
And is an absolute amazing comedian and knows how to get many laughs and will be also greatly missed. And last but not least,
Sean Connery.
And in case if anybody ever actually says, who is Sean Connery, where have you been?
Yeah, I was just about to say, how long have you had your head in the sand?
Or how long have you been under a rock, in a cave? What the hell have you been doing? This man has had a career that has expanded many, many years. He has been James Bond. He has been, he has been in Indiana Jones. He has been in Highlander. He was in The Untouchables. He was in the Rock film, not Dwayne The Rock Johnson. We're on about
The Rock, as in,
with Nicolas Cage, also known as Raging Cajun.
Oh, what the bloody hell is the name of the Alcatraz? There we go. It came.
There we go.
The name.
It's arrived.
It arrived. Get your head out the gutter, Mr. Burns.
I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying that for anybody who's listening again.
I start calling you Quagmire.
Really?
Yes. Everything's an innuendo to you.
No comment. But anyway, the point being is, unfortunately, they've all passed away this week, and to give credit, the Burning Truth has given them a 5-bell salute in honor of their amazing work that they did in the entertainment business, and how much they work to entertain people. So with that, we are going to do a 5-bell salute. And with that, R.I.P.
Rest in peace, gentlemen.
Rest in peace to Tracy Smothers, Bobby Ball, and Sean Connery. You will be greatly missed. It's now. Which way shall we head first?
It's got to be Hell in a Cell. Let's just get this rot bag out the way first.
You're thinking just get it out of the way so we can have it all done?
Yeah, because for me, as much as it pains me to say this, there is only one match that I actually enjoyed the result, and it hurts. It hurts a lot. It hurts more than dragging my arse across a length of sandpaper bare-arsed.
No.
Yes, that much. It really does.
No.
Even though sometimes, rather than mention his name, I would rather wipe my arse after I'd been to the loo for a number 2 with sandpaper.
And in case if anybody hasn't picked up on which match we are referring to, we are of course on about the hate boner that James Irvine has against a certain worker of WWE.
Yes. And now a lot of you may be fans and just be like, I hate you, Al Irvine, because you don't love the same person as me. Well,
it's opinions, and some people may may disagree with you, which I disagree with you because I think he's a hard-working wrestler, and for the fact that he's done so much to get back into wrestling. Me and you used to have such a mutual respect and love for one another, but now you've just said that, I hate you. Hate and love are just literally one word difference between them. They're always so next to each other. No. It means that I'd rather shove a red hot poker up my bottom than say that I love you anymore. That's fine by me. Anyway, point being is we're going to have to be talking about the fallout, And we are talking about the fallout of WWE Hell in a Cell.
Now, let's just put it this way. To sum this pay-per-view up in one little sentence, Hell in a Cell is very accurate. It was hell, with most of it not being in a cell.
Well, I think
and some
most
of it
was
being in it.
I think most of it was in a Hell in a Cell.
Oh, no, not unless you've got a pair of bolt cutters, remember? Yes, a la Randy Orton, yet again. But anyway, let's start at the beginning and work our way through the pile of shite, which is Hell in a Cell.
Shall we discuss the pre-show?
Well, I didn't watch the pre-show. Was there anything interesting on it?
R-Truth.
Well, yeah, we can discuss R-Truth. Love R-Truth, it's great.
Defeating Drew Gulak in a singles match for the WWE 24/7 Championship.
Once again, for the 43rd time?
In case if anybody wants to know about the championship, how many reigns do you think R-Truth has had?
Including the 24/7.
No, just the 24/7.
Just 24/7. You know something? I'm sure it's in its 40s.
What number did you just say?
43.
No, just a minute ago. I believe you said 42, didn't you?
No, I think I said 40. Well, it's 42 or 43, I said.
Yeah, you ready for this? 42.
What?
42 times!
And I'm not being funny, he nearly lost it again on Raw the night after, if I remember rightly. But we're not going to mention that. So, anyway, back to Hell in a Cell.
Let's get back to Hell in a Cell. But yeah, he is a 42 time. But anyway, R-Truth does his usual shtick. He managed to get a good clean victory against Drew Gulak, who I will say, I feel as though he needs more coverage.
Who, Drew Gulak?
Yeah.
Well, he's a good worker, isn't he? So, why not?
Definitely a great worker. He's somebody who is very,
underused and underrated.
Yeah. And I feel as though he got to reveal himself a little bit more when he was doing this stuff with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan's got this knack of getting the best out of everybody, so...
And yet, all of a sudden, that whole storyline which went, yeah, we're going to work it, and there it goes.
Yep, exactly. Once again, another casualty of Vince McMahon. But anyway, let's move on. Anything else on the pre-show?
Nope, that was it.
That was it for the pre-show.
That's all I'm willing to discuss.
Was my man Cesaro on there?
Not even wrestling.
What?
Yep. Another reason why I know you're going to be hating this pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And oddly enough, I can see why.
Yes. Obviously, everybody should know that we called most of the matches right. I think you won, didn't you, Mr. Burns?
I did.
And so I'm just going to ask his assistant Smithers to stop his head from swelling up from it.
My head isn't swelling because why would my head swell from this?
Yeah, I know. Believe it or not, we actually talk outside of the Burning Truth, and we couldn't help but discuss it already. This is how bad it is. It is terrible.
I wanted to be wrong.
Yeah, I know you did, and I wanted you to be wrong. I wanted to be right, so I could come in and just go, woohoo!
And do you know what's even worse? I cursed it. I cursed the main event. But we'll get to that.
Yeah, you did, didn't you, really?
Yeah. Anyway.
Your fault.
That's fine. I've got to live with it. The torture.
The torture, the mental torture.
Damn
you, Vince McMahon!
Sleepless nights. Damn you, Vince McMahon. You must have been either checking up on our predictions. Why? Damn you! Why? Anyway, we ended up opening the show to WWE Hell in a Cell, to the match that most people have been saying has got the biggest story development. The one that WWE has been focusing on massively as the opening match, not the main event. You know, the match that was on the all the Twitter posts, the match that was mostly headline. You know, looked like it's being part of the one of the posters, web banners and everything. You know, Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns in a Hell in a Cell I Quit match. The WWE Universal Championship match coming soon. Coming soon. Hell in a Cell on a contract on a pole. Who gives a crap match?
Contract on a pole. Let's all have a pole dance.
And yet, it still won't be the worst. It still won't be the worst on a pole match.
No, it won't.
WCW, what were you thinking?
Yeah,
anyway.
You just no.
I'm not mentioning it. I'm moving on.
I'll mention it. VFR. Just remember.
Don't you dare.
Be a good boy.
You don't want me doing that.
Be a good boy.
We don't want a rage episode.
Yes, okay. Let's continue.
So
we start off. Hell in a Cell with.
Rage episode.
Oh, God.
We're gonna have a rage one anyway, aren't we? Right.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso.
Yeah. Now, if you've listened to previous podcasts that we've done over the last few weeks, you will know that I do not like Roman Reigns. You know fully well that I just think he is a talentless, really annoying, irritating wrestler with a crap moveset, and he has literally got no creativity in his bones at all. His moveset is boring, it's dire, and he just uses the same crap over and over again.
That's where you're wrong.
That being said, no, don't even try and correct me on that one, because I'm not having it.
No, I am going to have to correct you in a minute.
No. La. But anyway, going into this match, I thought storytelling-wise it was good, it made sense, even though I did slag it off the other week, but the more I looked into it this week, and after watching the match, it kind of clicked, and I was like, oh, right, okay, then, yeah. And then, obviously, we were going through the match, and it was good. There were parts of it, especially coming up towards the end. It just, everything made sense to me, and it was actually quite a good match. So it annoys me because I have to say it, but I enjoyed a match with Roman Reigns in it, and it hurts.
Right. So you thought it all made sense?
I didn't say all of it. I said most of it.
Right, because
if I said all of it, then I correct myself. I meant most of it.
No. What part didn't you like?
Oh, no, I didn't say I didn't like any of it.
No, what part did you not like?
Other than the fact that it had Roman Reigns in it.
Yeah.
Part that I didn't like was all the interference coming towards the end, and all of a sudden the second Uso came out of fucking nowhere.
Jimmy.
And yeah, but I don't like saying Jay or Jimmy or whatever, because I'm just as bad as JB. I'll get it wrong. because you
On
get
which
confused.
one's which?
Yeah, of which one's which.
But
So
then
anyway,
again, I think Corey Graves has done that a few times.
yeah, exactly. So it's just like one of them should have a bell round his neck, for God's sake.
Well, to make it even worse now, I can tell the difference between them. Their hairstyles.
Well, you can now, yeah, but obviously he was wearing a cap.
So was the one wearing a cap.
Never mind. Anyway, he came down out of nowhere, a bit like an RKO. It was out of nowhere, and you weren't expecting it. And it was just like there was no build up. You haven't even been involved in this build up.
Yes, he has.
And all of a sudden, boom, he's there.
Right. That's fine. That's your issue with it.
That was my issue with it. That to me just normally it's like Stone Cold at Backlash 2000. You knew he was going to come back. It was just the case of, oh God, where, when? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When is he coming? And literally at the last minute, his music drops. Boom! Fucking massive pop. But this was just, there was nothing. It was just, he appeared out of nowhere like a mystical fart in the wind.
I like that one. Anyway, my issue I have with this match, the match itself, from what I gathered, because somebody somehow, and this is a issue I will say could be on my part, WWE's part, or the fact that what the hell, I didn't even know. Could be due to probably clocks going back or whatever. But to suddenly go, right, I'm going to be watching about 12 o'clock. Get onto the pre-show, get onto it, and get watching it.
Daylight savings, yeah.
And then to find out that I've already mostly missed the damn fucking first lot.
Yeah, I was just about to say it, because weren't we on the phone at the time?
We were talking.
Oh no, I think we were on...
we were gaming.
We were playing Call of Duty, weren't we?
We were doing a bit of gaming on Call of Duty Warzone. Modern Warfare. Anyway, the point being is, I then suddenly was trying, what the hell?
Yeah, and it was like, oh, I've missed nearly the first quarter. What the fuck?
A big chunk of the first match. What the hell? Right. However, we got JB's reaction to it, never watching that again, blah, blah, blah.
Yep. Didn't he turn it off, like...
He switched it off.
After about an hour?
After the first match.
Oh, was it after the first match? Jesus Christ. He didn't waste any time then, did he?
I think he just wanted... He just didn't want any of it. And bearing in mind, that was the best match of the night.
I know. If that says a lot to me, if JB turns a pay-per-view off after the first match, which so happened to be the best match of the night.
And you're sitting there thinking, oh good Lord.
Yeah, this is how terrible it is, because it even hit home for me when JB said that.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? This cannot be good. I
then ended up watching WWE Hell in a Cell on time delay.
If only it could have been permanently delayed.
And somehow, even though I had it on time delay, it had basically, the pay-per-view had done me that much, I forgot to fast forward.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, I want to do a thorough review and be fair.
Yeah. This is the thing, though, because the way I see it is, it's like you come across a complicated mathematical equation, or you come across a scientific problem, and then every Joe Blogs off the street turns around and says, oh, can you dumb it down for me a bit? Hell in a Cell went, hold my beer. I'm going to dumb this Hell in a Cell match, or pay-per-view event, down so much that you are going to be absolutely mentally drained by the end of it.
Right. Anyway, we need to push on.
Push.
We need to push on, because I enjoyed the match. I know JB didn't enjoy the match. He thought of it. My biggest issue comes from the WWE Hell in a Cell fucking chaos.
And what would that be?
That they somehow screw up at least one WWE Hell in a Cell end of match. The ending. Or ending.
Yeah, I was just about to say this time though, mate, it was a whole pay-per-view of mistakes apart from the opening match.
With the ending of my exception, was my issue for the match. I had no issue the fact that you'd got Roman Reigns pummeling the fuck out of Jey Uso from pillar to post. He's almost crippling him. And I was just there thinking to myself, do not throw this match out. Do not throw this match out. Do not throw this match out. Do not throw it out like how you did with Seth Rollins and The Fiend.
The Fiend, yeah.
Because someone might have their feelings hurt.
Hey, they could have come up with a new gimmick here. They could have come up with Seth Rollins version 2.
Just now.
Yay!
Just now. But anyway, we didn't get that. We've got people trying to come down. No, don't. Do not stop this match. The referee, getting confused, he's watching someone get absolutely borderline assaulted. No, he's just lying down. He can't defend himself. Wouldn't that be classified as a fucking KO?
Yeah, that'd be classified as a knockout. Therefore, you cannot say I quit. Therefore, that means that you forfeit the match because you are unconscious.
Right, and I'm pretty sure that the health and safety regulations wouldn't put up with that.
I don't get it. I really don't.
As you can imagine. Now, my issue is, right now with this, is the fact that as soon as that happened, I'm like, okay. But then, at the very end of it, the referee's going, I'm going to have to throw this match out as soon as he gets the stairs. Hang on, he's assaulted him with a cane. He's assaulted him with the stairs already, but because he wants to lean the stairs on his chest, never mind the fact that he's just done a drive-by with his head against the post with the steel stairs.
Yeah, that looked like he sucked.
Pretty much, yeah. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that. But the point being is, the referee okayed that, but lean the steel.
I mean, you think about it for continuity, right?
Throw the referee out, and then insert others. Oh, no, stop Roman. Do not throw this match out. I was fine the fact that I didn't throw the match out. My issue came with Jimmy when he arrived. Yes, he was involved in the SmackDown video clip, supposedly tricking Roman and making him realise, Jey was going to surprise him. My issue came with the fact that Jey Uso had been basically knocked the fuck out to the point where the referee can't wake him up, Roman Reigns can't wake him up, to then Jimmy Uso to say, we love you, man, we don't hurt it, it's tearing us apart, almost like a bad movie, not naming any.
You actually sounded like that. You know what you sounded like? You know when Adrian died in Rocky? You sounded like Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. The point being is... the point being is... They're all getting all over Bobby. And this is where I thought it was a little bit interesting. He decides to guillotine choke Jimmy from out of nowhere, right? While Jey Uso is legitimately unconscious. To then have Jimmy tap Jey Uso and give him the breath of life on tapping his leg. For him to wake up, he's been assaulted throughout the entire match. His brother gets one chokehold for a few seconds. Okay, he's on the injured list with his neck. I quit. And because of that, he has now got to address Roman Reigns as the tribal chief. Otherwise, his family is exiled from the Anoa family.
Yeah, I could literally just see The Rock now watching on going, oh, this is going to be a great storyline, this is. Please, Rock, do not get involved with this. It is going to turn to shit. Just remember what happened the last time that you tried to present Roman Reigns as the top man in the company.
But he'd actually want that effect now.
Yeah, he would. But the difference is between being booed because you are a bad guy, and then there's being booed because literally nobody likes you.
Yeah. But anyway, point being is...
Or is that just me? No, I think that's just me.
That's just you. But anyway, point being is... The finish just didn't come off right. And this is the third year in a row where I feel as though a finish to a match wasn't done properly. Now, a lot of people are saying this got a 5-star match, great storytelling, and everything. Yeah, I can see why they've done it that way. But why didn't you have Roman wake up Jey Uso first, then choke his brother out?
Yeah, that was the part. That was the part that just didn't sit well with me. But because of the rest of the match was so good, I could overlook that.
Yeah,
I could overlook it. But that's just my opinion.
That bit just didn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Where's my monster?
Don't miss it,
Where's my monster?
Just behave.
Right, I'm better than you. Anyway,
there's a reason why I am where I am today.
Anyway, moving on. The match itself, I give it fine. It's a good match. Next match, Elias versus Jeff Hardy.
Boo! Again, everybody, full disclaimer, I am a massive Jeff Hardy fan. Massive Jeff Hardy fan. I love the guy to pieces, even though he's had troubles. But this match was absolute dog shite.
Right. We're just going to cut to the chase because I feel as though we talked a bit too much on Roman Reigns.
Yep.
This match was basically meant to make sense. Elias just come back, so he needs to get a victory. Jeff Hardy is needing to keep some momentum. But a lot wouldn't have hurt him. But unfortunately, WWE decided, let's try and protect them both. And instead, fucking didn't do the right way. Because I feel as though Elias didn't get as much boost from his return. And Jeff Hardy felt less protected. You don't feel as sorry for him.
No.
Because Elias decided to go, I'm going to get my guitar and hit Jeff Hardy with it. No, Jeff Hardy stops him and belts him with the guitar.
Yes. I like Jeff Hardy now.
The good guy.
Meant to be the one of the top babyfaces in the company. He is now looked at as if, what the fuck, Jeff? Because now I'm confused of where you actually stand. Even the promo after, just no.
No.
Just no. It wasn't very sincere. His reasons wasn't very sincere, and it was just a mess. It was just a mess. To me, it was just a mess, and I didn't enjoy it in the slightest. And like I say, I'm a big Jeff Hardy fan, but they missed out the boat on this one. Like you say, it wouldn't have hurt Jeff to have a loss there to put him over. But just the WWE world, isn't it? Really, just a wrestling world for the WWE.
Yeah,
protecting them both when I don't think Jeff would have lost a lot of momentum from that at all if he lost.
He could have taken the loss and probably got people feeling more sorry for him.
Exactly, like he did against Randy Orton. He could have easily have done it.
Randy Orton? Oh, you mean like when he faced him at Hell in a Cell and in the end he went badly?
Yeah, but let's not talk about that.
That can be a discussion for another time.
Yes.
Anyway, the point being is, we had to contend with that.
Yeah, which was a polish. And that literally set the tone for the rest of the matches then.
Next match. Oh dear.
Ding, ding, ding.
Singles match for the Money in the Bank contract.
Oh dear, here we go. Soapbox, fully on alert.
It's been polished and shined, and let me get my stuff off first because I know it's going to be on fire after Irvine's been on it.
I'm itching.
Right. Miz defeating Otis for the contract just felt as though. Now, I can understand the reason why what people might want it because Miz is a former Money in the Bank winner. He is a former main champion. The storyline for it just didn't make sense.
Didn't make sense.
Because all through this feud, Miz has taken away from Otis.
Yep.
Otis lost his missus, Mandy Rose, who suddenly now completely doesn't even acknowledge that she used to date him anymore.
Yep. Everybody, let's just pretend it never happened, even though it's probably one of the best storylines of this year.
And would you like an interesting fact, by the way?
Yes, please give me an interesting fact, and I hope it's a good one because I'm feeling rather pissed off.
You know, do you know the pool that when they did the sketch ages ago with Mandy Rose and Otis?
Yeah.
Do you know whose pool that was?
I have no idea.
Matt Cardona's.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
It is even more awkward today. It's a week after they just released him.
Yeah, that's a bit awkward, isn't it? Fuck's sake. Oh, well, he's doing better for himself anyway, so whatever.
Yeah, so a week after they let him go, they're then can you use this pool?
Yeah, can we just use your pool, Marmite? Because Otis has dropped a turd in the last one, and he's kind of fucking floating around like with an attitude.
But anyway, point being is, it's like, what the fuck? Anyway, back to it. So he's lost his Mandy Rose. He's got his story built up, and yes, Miz can turn and say, but he didn't win it, he didn't win it. Miz got involved in this match because he bribed off the judge with the thing, with added parentheses on the word judge.
I was just about to say, can we have air quotes here? Massive air quotes with them big foam hands.
Yes. Judge JBL got bribed off.
Damn!
To get in the match. Right? To then the match go on to play. For it to slowly build up. I'm like, okay. We're going with this. Let's do it. Let's keep going. To then have Tucker turn on Otis.
Yep. To have Tucker, his tag team partner for heavy machinery, to turn on him for no particular reason other than the fact he's a little bit jealous.
And it makes it even worse. The clue should have come from the entrance.
Yep.
Because Otis didn't go out to heavy machinery.
He came out to his own music.
And us pair didn't even think, oh, that's a bit new. We actually thought positive of the new music, didn't we?
Yeah, we actually thought, oh, new music, new Otis, this could be a good sign. He wins Money in the Bank, cashes it in. Great. No. So, may I jump on this bandwagon now because I'm really itching?
Yeah, jump on.
Right, starting from the match, we were positive. It was absolutely perfect. We thought, oh, great, yeah, if Otis wins this now, I have faith in the WWE again. And it will make me feel better about this night. I even said that I will never watch WWE again if Otis loses the Money in the Bank. And all I can say is, what the actual fuck? For fuck's sake, Vince McMahon, you absolute fucking idiotic moron. What the fuck? Seriously? You built this guy up. He's a big guy. He's ambassador for people who haven't got the confidence to build themselves up like Otis did. They may not have the athleticism that Otis did, but it make them feel better.
Hang on. Last time I checked, Otis does have athleticism.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. I'm on about other people, not Otis.
Yeah.
So Otis has athleticism. He's absolutely brilliant. He reminds me of Vader being able to, you know what I mean? He's so athletic, absolutely brilliant. A big guy that can do this, that, and the other. Fucking brilliant, perfect. But no, what did he go and do? They build him up and up, having win the Money in the Bank contract. And then what did he do? They have a good-looking guy who's quite slim with a muscular build. Pick on him for a while, make him look like an idiot, a bit like Dolph Ziggler did. And then you take away his girlfriend, who is extremely pretty, because it's Mandy Rose, for God's sake. And obviously...
The goddess.
A goddess. But really take that away from him. And then the draft splits Tucker and Otis up. And...
Yeah.
They go into Hell in a Cell and you think, could they be doing this just to build him up as a singles competitor with nobody's help?
Right,
that would have been fine by me. That would have been perfect.
Yeah, because we've got Mandy Rose still on Raw, Tucker being sent to Raw.
Yeah.
And this could be like the final time for Heavy Machinery to deal with The Miz.
Yeah, exactly. So, The Miz has always had the character of being a bully, arrogant, cocky, a proper bad guy, proper heel. So that's fine by me.
They tried making him face, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, it just didn't work because he ended up being a big pile of shit. But anyway, The Miz has always done my head in because he, when they put him against John Cena for the championship, I hated it. So I hated every minute of it, every second.
If I'm not mistaken, he wasn't even the main guy involved in his own main event match.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just fucking ridiculous. So that must sting a bit. But anyway, they brought The Miz back. He's barely done anything. He's barely done anything since his title reign. He's barely done anything. And now, just to have him win back the Money in the Bank contract, that's a slap in the face of people who have invested time in the Otis story. They've invested hours of their lives to watch Otis become champion, Money in the Bank,
or even attempt,
and then cash in his contract at the end. That's what we were looking forward to. And now all of a sudden Vince McMahon's like, oh guys, I really, really can't invest in Otis anymore. Why? Because he's got a big belly, Vince? Because he's shorter than your average man?
No, it's because Vince McMahon was in favour of him for 2 weeks backstage, and he's now lost he's lost his ability to play with his new toy.
Yeah.
A la Ricochet, a la Cedric Alexander, a la anybody who's been in favour of Vince, who Vince McMahon's been a favourite of, with the exception of fucking Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, So here we go. This is what I'm saying, though. It's a massive slap in the face to people who have invested the time and money in Otis, getting really, really hyped up for him wearing the title. It would have been absolutely perfect. He could have become the top babyface in the company, a bit like Rusev could have done.
Or a bit like with what they did with Kofi Mania.
Yeah, exactly. It could have been Otis's time next year at WrestleMania. It could have been Otis's time, but no. They decided that The Miz would make a better product to try and sell than Otis. Who is in real life, actually, from what I've read and
he is a good company man.
He's a good, nice, genuine guy that is that he's all for the WWE. And who does that remind you of? Exactly. He just just ridiculous. Triple H is a nice guy. He's now up in the business. He's near enough at the top, and he lives and breathes WWE, and that's what Otis is like as well. And now they've just taken everything away from him. He's now on SmackDown. He's practically doing fuck all. And what went and happened after? On SmackDown? What happened? Please tell me what happened.
I'm not finishing that line.
Tucker ends up back on SmackDown. What the fuck? So you're going to take the contract away from him, and then you're just going to put him in a shitty feud with his ex-tag partner. What the fuck, WWE? Seriously? Right. Insulting my fucking intelligence? Fuck you.
Right. We're going to have to go back onto it, because for me, personally, I know. I'm going to have to just mention this quickly, briefly. The fact that you got Tucker, who's a Raw guy, who cuts a, how do I say, generic heel promo. I turned because I'm jealous. And by the way, Tucker, don't get caught with your notes in your hands when you're cutting the fucking promo, you moron.
Yeah, literally, it's like coming out of the toilet with toilet paper hanging out of your arse. Everybody knows that you've just taken a big, huge shit and wiped your arse because you've got toilet paper hanging out your arse. What did Tucker do? He had a piece of paper in his hand, and as soon as he realised, he was like, oh shit, the camera's panned on me, drop it on the fucking floor. What an idiot. What an idiot. Seriously? Where did they fucking get these guys?
What they could have done is have him tuck it into his jacket. It's almost as if it was like a payment.
Dude, I couldn't give a shit if he got to shove it down his pants. It was a crap promo anyway.
Generic, yeah, we know. To then have Tucker come out, pummel the hell out of Miz, and then start brawling with Tucker. And, oh, you're speaking of Fallout, what happened on Raw, by the way? Oh, yeah, that's right. Miz came out and says, and got, did something that was going to be involved in the main event later on, and ended up getting his ass handed to him on Raw.
By who, do you ask? Drew McIntyre.
But we'll get on to...
Former WWE champion.
Spoiler alert, by the way.
Yeah, there was no fucking spoiler there. This is pile of dog shit. I don't care.
Anyway, we need to push on.
Yeah,
we have ranted on this topic a little bit.
Yeah, and we promised that we were going to do last WWE.
Right, and the fact that we haven't even got through WWE situation yet. Oh, good lord.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Right.
Quick, keep rolling.
My issue is the fact that they've done that. It's just not done us any favours. So, the whole fact that Tucker is now meant to be a Raw superstar. Oh, wait, he's not. He's now a SmackDown superstar. And how is it? It's like, how are we meant to believe in the WWE draft if you're not going to fucking believe in it, WWE?
Yeah, it's like it's like going into a shop, them saying that you can only have certain items in a pick and mix, but then they go, oh, go on then. We'll let you have some out of that one just because just because we fucked up. You know what? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I know it doesn't make sense. And where's my monster, for God's sake?
Yeah, anyway, where's my kind of fucking monster?
Yeah, but the point being is, it's just stupid on how they've done it. But anyway, we need to move on because then we've got to get on to Sasha Banks defeating Bayley by submission in the Hell in a Cell match, which I will say was actually a good Hell in a Cell match. I feel as though it had a bit of reminiscence of their, feud of NXT. At least they did some interesting stuff with some of the weapons and everything. But there wasn't as much. There was some story development for it, but I felt as though if Roman wasn't going to headline, why don't we have the women headline? No, that's fine. As long as it's a Hell in a Cell match, which is fine. The match itself was okay, overall in general. I just thought as though... I'm glad the result came out the way it did. I know originally it was a good match. Good match, but it just seemed as though this match should already be over. So, the build just ruined it a little bit because they had a match on SmackDown. Bailey got disqualified, so then, let's just do the match, let's have the Hell in a Cell match. And to make it even more biased is the fact that Sasha has been in multiple Hell in a Cells and this is Bailey's first one.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut this one short. I'm just going to say to you that it was an okay-ish match. I've seen this match a million times over now between Sasha and Bailey. I'm actually physically and mentally bored of watching them both wrestle one another because even though they do produce good matches or okay matches, the feud got ruined years ago. So I'm just
should have been at WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I'm just going to take a pass on this one, mate. I really am. I can't.
And we've now got a rematch for Sasha versus Bailey, which knowing Sasha's lock, she's going to lose it, regain it, lose it, regain it, lose it, regain it.
Ah, dear.
Yeah. But anyway, pushing on, we then get to the match 6, which was the match that the 6th match. Well, 5th on the main card, 6th overall.
Irvine had just spoiled for you.
No, not that one.
Oh, are we not there yet?
No, we're not there yet.
Oh,
this is the match that got made up on the night. And lasted 3.5 minutes.
Yeah. Again.
The Hurt, you got the Hurt Business putting out a challenge to Retribution saying, we'll fight you, and Retribution saying, we'll have anybody against you, and they decide to go, okay. And lo and behold, it's like Bobby Lashley says, I'm so angry, I decided to put my Universal Championship on the line.
Oh, yeah, against one of the weaker members of Retribution.
But then, he got which is him putting the belt on, a bit facey. Okay. But then choosing slap nuts. Okay, a bit heelish. What are you, heel or face?
Yeah. Figure your shit out, Hurt Business, because I'm literally I'm sick of you going back and forth. Just reminds me of a certain person I used to date, so backwards and forth, they just used to irritate the crap out of me.
It's almost getting as bad as Big Show's facing heel turns.
Yeah. Well, I'm the Big Show, now I'm the Big Bad Show, now I'm the Big Show, now I'm the Big Bad Show. What am I? I don't know. I'm a carrot.
What? 1 week I'm crying, next week I'm putting your lights out.
Yeah.
Anyway. As soon as Bobby Lashley got in the match with Slapjack. Absolutely. Yeah, we know. Just yay! We know what's going to happen. An attack. Bobby Lashley wins, gets a clean win. Gets a submission. 1, 2, 3. Using the Hurt Lock, and then all of a sudden, Retribution comes out, a bit of a brawl. Hurt Business comes down, fight them off, and who gives a shit?
Yeah, exactly. So can we move on now, please? Because that's boring the crap out of me.
Main event, Raw, which is Randy Orton versus Drew
McIntyre. Poor man McIntyre.
Even though, by the way, I'll apologise because I just realised that we said Drew Galloway earlier. When we say Drew. My mistake. My apologies. I must have had a bit of a slip of the tongue. It's actually Drew McIntyre. Galloway is his independent name. But anyway, to point this out, this match was alright. But the issue I have with it is, this is the third fucking time Orton has gone for the belt.
No, that's not just the issue. This match is a massive issue for me because did I not get the result that I wanted? Because I just wanted to see, after seeing that, I just wanted to see The Miz try and cash in and then get his head taken off for the Claymore kick.
Yep.
But now all I've got is a cowardly Randy Orton who shits himself at the sheer sight of that mystical fart in the wind that I now believe to be a magical entity. So, anyway, the massive, really, really massive error in this match is it's a Hell in a Cell match. The only time that it should not be taken outside of the Hell in a Cell is on special occasions like a WrestleMania Hell in a Cell or a King of the Ring Hell in a Cell. Wink, wink, Mick Foley, Undertaker. You know, it's been overdone now where they're on top. Use what's around you inside the ring. If you've got to take it outside of the ring and outside of the Hell in a Cell, it's going to be a generic piece of shite.
It's going to come across as just normal, but then again, the problem is they've got 3 Hell in a Cell matches on the entire card of a 7-6
Yeah, exactly.
card.
And this is why this pay-per-view needs to be scrapped, because the Hell in a Cell for me now isn't special anymore. It's not special anymore. I'm literally waiting for like somebody to do a 980 fucking somersault off the top of the Hell in a Cell now, because
don't give Shane McMahon any ideas.
Yeah, like or Ricochet.
Yeah.
I know he's mint, like, but don't do it.
Please don't die. Please don't die.
Yeah, please don't die. I love you both too much.
Yeah.
So yes, it's like I say, that it just taking it too far. You know, the bolt cutters. It was great watching it on Raw when McIntyre decided that, you know, Snip, I'm going to come and fuck you up.
And then the camera turns off.
And then the camera turns off, so nobody knows what happened. But then it's like...
It's even like the start of the match.
I've got bolt cutters. I can get away from you. You're trying to win the fucking match. You won the belt, you daft bastard.
And it has to happen in the ring, supposedly. Even though we've already had one match end up on the top of the cage. I like Triple H and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, oh, for God's sake, it's just... And I feel sorry for Drew, and I feel sorry for Randy Orton, because they've been put in the matches.
I don't feel sorry for Orton.
Why don't you feel sorry for Orton?
I don't.
Why?
I don't feel sorry for Orton right now because he is a 14-time. He has been given another match because he's Randy fucking Orton.
Well, yeah, okay. That's not what I'm talking about when I say I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for him because he's got to try and make, you know, he's got to
make sense.
You know, a good match, and it makes sense at the same time. And I'm sorry, but this match just didn't make sense to me. It's the 3rd time in a row. He's lost twice, so why give him a 3rd chance? And
this is my problem.
You've got loads of wrestlers that are on the card at the moment that are more deserving than Randy Orton. Just because he's got the last name Orton and he's the 13-time champion, I don't give a flying monkey's arse.
14 now.
Well, but I'm talking pre-tense Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Pre-Hell in a Cell, not post.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
It annoyed the crap out of me, mate. And I'm sorry, I can't get behind this match. I can't.
No, that's what I mean.
I can't say anything good about this match apart from Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. You both got my respect because you're both a pair of legends for having to put up with the crap that WWE keeps shoving your way.
To then have Orton send Drew off the side through the announce table.
Yeah, and how many times have we seen this?
Reminiscent of the first one.
Yes.
Right.
It's like I say, it's a big no for me, mate. I just can't stand behind this match at all. I don't even think I want to comment on it anymore, to be honest.
No, let me just finish it up quickly.
Well, I'll let you finish. You go ahead.
My issue is, you've just given the belt to Randy Orton, and check this one out. Do you know why they give the belt to Randy Orton?
Yes, we know why.
For him to keep the belt till WrestleMania.
Yeah, and guess who's got the Money in the Bank contract and beat him 10 years ago for it?
No, not because of that. It's actually not because of that. Oddly enough. Because second account, they have until Money in the Bank to cash that in. I can see Miz attempting it, but I can see Miz attempting it and jumping over to SmackDown.
Okay.
For some unknown reason, because Orton has got his destiny to face off Edge at WrestleMania.
Oh no, and that's another one as well. I love Edge as well, and no, that's not. This is not fair to Drew McIntyre at all, because what WWE is saying is we are more hot on old talent than we are on new
Then new
talent.
talent. This is my big issue. This is my massive issue I have with WWE. The fact that they are focusing too much on the past talent. Like when they've got a genuine star like Drew McIntyre, they do shit like this. And now McIntyre's not going to be having that title until after possibly Edge has got it, because we all know Edge is going to win that belt if Orton has still got it for when he has that match against Edge. We know that's going to be the case. And supposedly originally WWE used to saying, well, we wanted a Drew Gulak lose the title and then wait until the crowd are back and then have him re-win it so we can have that big cheer. By the time that the crowd come back, they're going to be forgetting about Drew.
Yeah, exactly, and
which is a shame.
Am I right in saying that on Raw that was it Matthew McConaughey was on the
Thunderdome? Yes, he was, as Drew was kicking the crap out of Miz and Morrison.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping that there is a shining light for Drew. I really do. I mean, to me, Drew McIntyre really should be Universal Champion, not WWE. I really do, but that's just my opinion. But anyway, we spent too much time on this now. We need to push on. We really do. Because I lost faith in the WWE that night. I really did.
I'm going to suggest us to not talk about Halloween Havoc this week.
Yeah, because again, well, mind you, I don't think it's fair that we do anyway, because I'm just thinking now that because of COVID, obviously they were hit badly by it, so yeah. I don't think it'd be a fair review.
As well, but overall, I thought Halloween Havoc was a good show. Great, nice turns.
Yeah, really good. It was actually pretty good for what they had at their disposal, so we're hats off to them.
Yeah, with NXT, it's an interesting. I know that Triple H is big on Shotzi Blackheart being the host, even though she's a wrestler.
Yeah.
The fact that we had some interesting matchups. We've even got a new, I believe, North American champion.
Yes,
first ever
we do.
Two-time North American champion in Johnny Wrestling, a.k.a. Johnny Gargano. We also had a tables, ladders, and scares match, which was absolutely interesting. And overall, we even had Pete Dunne make his return to his NXT back to America to then turn heel and somehow join a certain faction. Anyway,
don't say it. Please just move on.
Moving on, we've got to quickly discuss the fact. Well, we're gonna have to discuss the Twitch situation because, and just put our thoughts of what we think of it. Would it be
the whole Twitch situation? I actually watched Paige, the lovely Paige. I watched her, give her reaction, and I'd not seen it anyway. So, and he said she was just, she broke her neck twice for that company, and this is how they repay somebody like her who can't perform anymore. She's absolutely gutted she can't perform anymore, and I genuinely, I felt heartbroken by that.
Yeah,
I did, because Paige was one of the reasons that we got rid of that god awful fucking Divas title.
Yeah, because she's anti-diva.
Because she's anti-diva, just a bit like Lita. It's just absolutely brilliant. So,
a bit like AJ Lee.
Yeah, and it's just, I felt genuinely sorry for it, and because, like I say, I couldn't imagine being in her shoes, breaking your neck, and not being able
career.
to wrestle anymore because it's career threat. It's that's her career over.
And the scary thing about it is, you can't go into a family business
because a family business is
wrestling.
Wrestling. So, what? Actually, I'm gonna give a massive 5-star fuck you to WWE this week.
Yeah,
I really am. In fact, no, one for this year. Thank you for making most of my year a fucking misery. You absolute bunch of bastards.
Now, the issue is with it is a lot of the regular main stars, like AJ Styles and all the top regular stars, yes, at least they've got their regular work. With Paige, she doesn't.
Yeah, she hasn't been the general manager for how long now?
For a while, but the point being is they got rid of them.
Yeah, exactly. And she's got no place in the WWE at the moment.
She is getting paid at the moment,
which, in all fairness, is a bit of a laughing stock. If anything, they should be paying that woman to be on the creative team for the women's division because I think that she could give them some great insight.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got wrestlers now that were pretty much just like her, wrestling on the main rosters and in NXT.
Coming up. And that's the point.
Exactly, up and coming. So, why not rely on such a special talent like her to bring forward the talent that is already there? Stop rehashing old shit.
It was like, they hadn't even got her managing anymore. Because if you remember when she was managing the Kabuki Warriors, like she came back, she goes, I'm back.
Yeah, and what happened to that? That fell off the fucking wagon. I even forgot that.
That's what I'm saying. This is the problem. They're not giving her anything. So at the moment, she's being told, oh, you got to stay at home, do fuck all, we'll pay you. And that's it.
And, she's got a very good and large following on Twitch. She does that for her because if she didn't have that, she'd be going stir crazy because she can't do the one thing that she absolutely loves.
Yeah.
And that's wrestling.
And WWE she's chastised WWE over the fact that she not only had her neck broken, the fact that they ended up giving her 2 strikes over the time when she was dating Alberto Del Rio at the time, who's basically been arrested, I believe.
Let's not talk.
No, we're not going to jump into that situation. Then it's just insanity after insanity. Then you've got the whole situation of the video leak that had actually happened, involving at the time current WWE wrestlers, and then it just sort of just went from bad to worse, and it's almost like she's going through the meat grinder, and WWE are saying, "You want a rope? Here's a rope, but we'll charge you for it."
Yeah, I was just about to say that's like saying you want to hang yourself. We're going to provide you with the rope, but on the understanding that you're going to have to pay in installments for the foreseeable future, even after you are gone.
Now, what makes it even worse in this situation is the fact that their new contract is saying anyone who's doing Twitch, you have to give WWE your money. WWE wasn't the one who were actually building up the community like the wrestlers were. They were the ones doing the building. So why are you entitled to their money that they've earned themselves?
Yeah, exactly. You haven't put them onto Twitch. They put themselves onto Twitch. Now Twitch is obviously for those of you who don't
company.
You can have like people donating to you to keep you going, and this is what we're talking about, the money that goes to the wrestlers from these donations to see
are separate from WWE.
Yeah,
and have you seen how WWE have handled that situation?
Yeah, they've just gone and give them a massive fuck you. I want your
Yeah.
money.
It's not just that. Oh, it's not just that. Any money that is provided to them through Twitch goes into their down pay in their contract, meaning the extra bonuses that they get, it gets knocked off that now. So each time they get a donation from from people, basically once the wrestler hits that limit, they can't have any more. So then any other donation that come through, they're not entitled to.
Yeah, it's just wrong. It really is wrong.
Massive gross misconduct there, and this is where my opinion on this, and this is my opinion alone, I find massively wrong when they use the terminology. They're not WWE employees; they are independent contractors.
Now, for those of you that don't know, we've had a couple of rants about this the other week. And an independent contractor is somebody that is contracted to the company but can also work elsewhere.
And earn other revenue.
Yeah, and earn other revenue from whatever. So now the independent contract is actually under scrutiny, and this could end up actually getting worse for the wrestlers. It could get worse for them. They're putting their bodies on the line for our entertainment, for our enjoyment. And, you know, the WWE aren't even trying anymore. They just seem to say, I think Vince McMahon was quoted as saying that they've got more fans than ever. Well, I think you find, buddy, that the only way that you've got more fans now than you did have previously is because the population of the world has grown. And not everybody is as well informed as people like us are on WWE and wrestling in general.
And basic needs of, you know, working relations.
Yeah, exactly. So no, you haven't got more fans in respect if you work it out on previous. If anything, if the same population was back in the late 90s to early 2000s during the Attitude Era, if it was the same population that is now, I can guarantee you that you would have lost more fans due to the amount of crap that you are trying to shove down our throats.
Now, what makes it even worse is the fact that WWE are hiding behind that clause of independent contractor. So basically what you're saying is you want them to be your property. They are your property, right? You will do as I say, not as I do. You are basically saying to them, right? You're not entitled to your own name of a podcast because, yeah. By the way, Paige's Twitch is not even in her name; it's in her real name.
Yeah, exactly, and that's another major problem because, you know, it doesn't matter how much red tape is in the way. The WWE seem to find a very good way around it.
It's not like they've got anybody big anywhere.
No, it isn't, and you know that's no insult to the ones that are doing it and making a good earning from it. But now they're also saying that they're going to be forcing wrestlers to use Twitch.
Some of them, yeah.
And can you imagine that somebody? I don't know. I don't know if there are any wrestlers that
are not clued up,
that aren't clued up, or you know what. But if you are forced to do something, that is a dictatorship. The WWE has always had this way of being a dictatorship.
Wait. It's not a dictatorship. Can be almost considered a monopoly.
Yeah, exactly. And
which is actually an illegal practice.
Yeah. And what is that? That's slavery.
But anyway, this is the point, and this is a situation. However, I believe that there is actually somebody who is looking into it and trying to get it investigated. The only problem is he can't get it investigated because of the current situation at the moment in time of the election and everything. And on top of that, he feels as though he can't do it under a Trump administration. Now, this is probably...
I just want to put in there because the reason why it sounds so political is because obviously we all know that Donald Trump is Vince McMahon's buddy. You know, we've also got Linda McMahon working in the administration,
who's also helping. Yeah,
you know. So what's going to happen? Donald Trump's administration is going to be on the side of the WWE, and they're going to try and force it so they think. But morally, if Donald Trump had got a soul, which we all know he hasn't, he would side on the side of the wrestlers, because the wrestlers are the ones that are breaking the backs. Now, if he is for the working people, the workers are the wrestlers, be for the workers. Don't hide in Vince McMahon's back pocket. It's not fair.
Now, the gentleman in question who's challenging it is basically saying he's waiting for the day that Joe Biden is involved, or whoever, or when Trump's done being president, possibly have it investigated in regards to WWE's terms of independent contract, because in actual fact, I think you'll find that WWE feels as though what makes it even worse is somebody brought up a point of a worker saying, well, if wrestlers feel obligated that they don't feel comfortable in the working environment, then they should go to the HR department. However, the wrestler in question who brought this up to announce it says, well, I can't go to the HR department because I got told I'm an independent contractor and I don't work for WWE.
Yeah, exactly. So how can you go to HR when HR will only look at WWE workers? Because you're an independent contractor, you're not working for the WWE, so you can't see the HR department.
So basically, WWE right now, with the workers, with the independent contractors, are basically having their cake and eating it too.
Yeah, of course they are. So anyway,
and abusing it.
For the sake of me carrying on ranting, because this is probably the most that you will hear me rant ever, because obviously this week in wrestling has been terrible. It's been so terrible. Even with the previous news of the independent contractor debacle and the rest of it, I want to spend less time on WWE right now because I do feel mentally drained. So I just think that we should just move on.
Unfortunately, are you ready for this? Brace yourself. We've got one more topic for WWE.
Oh, bollocks.
You forgot about Lana, didn't you?
Anyway, for anybody that's listening right now, if you wish to put your feelings across, please write to us on social media. Email. What your thoughts on what your thoughts are on the whole
independent
page,
contractor?
Yeah, the whole page, Twitch stream, the whole independent contractors. Your thoughts on the Hell in a Cell. Please get in touch with us.
Or any topics that we cover.
Any topic that we cover. Obviously, they've been the main ones, and we're trying to steer clear of the WWE at the moment because of these big rants. But obviously, this week, we can't avoid the WWE because
of these topics. It does sound like we are news chaseline, but the problem is we've got to discuss them because this is news that can actually affect wrestling in a big hole.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just the WWE. It could be AEW. It could be Impact Wrestling. It could be Ring of Honor.
By the way, which AEW are continually mocking AEW are mocking WWE for that. By the way.
Yeah, exactly, and that's because it's run by somebody who knows the WWE and has been screwed over by them.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, please move on. Shall we go on to la 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 la?
We'll have to make it quick because I'm beginning to lose faith in wrestling.
Yeah. I'm losing the will to carry on.
The Lana situation is the fact that I'll give her due, she has been massively improving her game. Miro has even come out and even put out a statement in regards to the fact that he thinks Lana is one of the best wrestlers in the WWE locker room right now. I know many could probably beg to differ. There are some others who could
I
be
would
better.
differ with that, but I would say that she is getting there.
The fact, but she's becoming one of the harder workers. The fact that she's putting in the extra time, she's busting her ass to make the effort. And since Miro has gone over to AEW, almost as soon as he's debuted and everything, it's almost as if, oh look, there's an announce table. Oh look, there's Nia Jax. Oh look, there's Lana.
Oh look, there's the floor. Oh, can we put Lana through the table onto the floor? Of course we can, for the 6th week in the fucking row. I'm just queuing up for the 7th. In fact, actually, Lana just may as well just jump up, walk around whilst he put the table back up, and then go, please, Nia, can I have some more?
Yeah.
And Nia will be like, look, I'm done with this.
But she isn't.
Anyway. But she isn't. I bet she's actually loving this, Nia Jax. I'm part of the Women's Tag Team Championships, and
put through table.
I like to give you a Samoan drop through a table. I like to drop you through a table. I just like the feeling. I mean, for God's sake.
6 weeks in a row.
6 weeks in a row. I mean,
and this is the credit that Miro said. Miro turned around and said, the fact that she hasn't complained.
Yeah, but that's the sign of a true wrestling worker, is that you do not complain about what you are given, you work with it. And she has done, and she's done absolutely brilliant in my eyes. You know, becoming the, is it the 5th member of the Survivor Series team?
To then be put back through the table by one of her own tag team.
Yeah, by one of her, Q Nia Jax. So, you know, I just don't understand, because I'm hoping, right, I really do hope that come Survivor Series, where, by the way, there's no...
This might shock you.
No titles on the line. So I'm hoping...
Or anything special. Or anything special on the line.
Apart from my sanity.
Yeah. The only way that they can save this if they keep putting her through the table. The only way they can save this, you ready for this? They need to have Lana win the Survivor Series match.
Yeah, I've just said that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Sole Survivor.
Sole Survivor wins the match.
After Nia Jax gets eliminated by accident due to Lana.
Mm-hmm.
She then gets put through the table and she wins it.
Yeah, that would be a big payoff.
But if that now happens, all checks are payable to the Burning Truth.
Yeah, mainly to Matt Burns, because that was a very, very good idea. So all royalties to the Burning Truth would be nice.
Damn right. Because it's just, you know, it's bad when that is the only way out.
Yeah. It's just terrible. It really is terrible. And like I say, I feel for it. So I just hope that they give her a big payoff.
At the moment in time, we have gone longer than what we anticipated on WWE.
Shock horror.
We are going to have to push on and move on. Let's move on to AEW.
Yeah, let's make this one quick, because obviously I want to talk women's division in the AEW again.
And you've also got your...
Because obviously I think it's a subject that we do need to cover.
It is, but it will be brief.
So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Right. Well, before we get to AEW, you wanted to discuss about the number one contender, didn't you?
Oh yes. The number one contender, ladies and gentlemen. If you would bear with me for 2 moments.
I already know his name.
I'm going to just take a breath, because I'm not happy.
Go on.
It is the first time that AEW has really disappointed me. It
Why?
really is. Because Jon Moxley has been a great champion.
Yes.
He's put the work in. He's a great worker. We all know he's a great worker. But then we've got his next opponent.
Yeah.
And what can I say about his next opponent? Apart from the fact that he looks like a pound shop John Cena.
He is not a pound shop John Cena.
He is a pound shop John Cena. Have you seen the way he walks? Have you seen the way he talks? He is literally John Cena minus 1 million.
How is he?
Just look at him. Look
Different,
at the way...
complete different location. I believe he's from Brooklyn.
I don't care where he's from.
Where John Cena is from, Boston, Massachusetts.
I don't care. That does not bother me. What does bother me is the fact that he is like a pound shop John Cena.
Even though he's been doing the gimmick before John Cena.
Yes, but obviously there is only one man that did it better, and that is John Cena.
In case if anybody wants to know who my colleague is referring to, it would be none other than Eddie Kingston.
Yes, Mr. Kingston, sit down, bow your head in shame, because you are boring the crap out of me.
Why?
It is the same old story with big main event storylines. Is like the Otis and Tucker thing. It's like, I'm jealous. Blah blah blah. Boring. I don't care. I'm falling asleep listening to you talk and try and talk with attitude. But you can't talk with attitude. Why? Because you're a pound shop John Cena.
And I'm going to point something out that AEW might have forgotten.
What, other than the fact that he is actually on the sale rack and he's 50 pence in the pound shop?
Nope. The fact that he's already fought for the AEW title against him on a regular Dynamite show and lost.
Yeah, you mean the time when he absolutely got his arse handed to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't forget these things, AEW. You should know this when we rant about the WWE. You should know this.
It's almost like they've pulled the WWE.
Yeah, it's like, hey, Vince, we need a really shit storyline. What can we do? Get Eddie Kingston in. He'll do a good job. Excellent idea. Let's go bore the fuck out of everyone with the 50 pence pound shot John Cena.
You really do not like him, do you?
No, he looks like a twat.
He's not... How can you pick on him?
Have you seen how he wears his cap? I mean, seriously, I want to give him a wedgie.
He's the Mad King.
Really? Really?
Yeah?
I don't care. AEW, you've let me down. Jon Moxley deserves better. You know this. I know this. And even Matt Burns knows this. He just doesn't want to admit it because he's trying to be the voice of reason. But it's not working, is it?
I'm trying.
You're trying, and it's not working.
I'm trying to make sense of this.
Yeah, there is no sense. It does not make sense. You know
Right.
this. I do.
And what makes it even worse, the fact that that's the main event, and we've actually got the fact of the Lucha Bros who were involved with Eddie.
Uh-huh.
Right? And they're doing that whole shtick.
Yep.
And what I don't get with it is the fact that they've now got Pac returning.
Yeah, unfortunately for Pac, he's coming back and he's pretty much walking back into nothing, really, isn't he? If I'm being honest.
Is he going to be feuding against Eddie Kingston? Is he going to be taking the Lucha Bros back and forming the trios?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an odd one. It's going to be an odd one because it's not really a great time for him to be coming back, is it? To be fair,
Yeah.
He should just be coming. He should have left it a couple more weeks and then, after Full Gear.
Yeah.
Because he's just been shoehorned in. Oh, and by the way, rest in peace, Ray Phoenix, because I saw that you landed on your head last week, and yeah, that made me wince.
Yeah.
Poor man. Something was always gonna happen. I saw it coming. And now obviously you've had Kenny Omega versus his brother, Pentagon Jr. So,
Mito.
What?
You forgot the extra bit at the end.
I don't. No, I can never pronounce things like that. Anyway, I'm terrible.
Pentagon Judah Mitos, or something along them lines.
Dude, I can't remember that. I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning.
But anyway, you're disappointed. We just need to see what's next.
Yeah, but I also called it as well with the Kenny Omega and Hangman Page thing. I called it.
You can see that coming.
Yeah, I saw it coming from a mile off, especially as soon as the tournament was announced.
Yeah.
I saw it coming from a mile off. I knew they were going to end up in a match, but I just didn't want it to be in the final of the tournament. Do it somewhere else. Do it somewhere else, please.
And it makes it even worse. I know who's winning.
If it's Kenny Omega, actually no, just don't tell me. Don't tell me, because I've ranted enough.
It's going to be Kenny Omega.
Oh, why would you do that, Matt Burns?
It's going to be Kenny Omega because we all know that John Moxley isn't going to be losing to Eddie, because if Eddie Kingston does somehow win it, then it'll be Hangman Page.
Yep.
That's not so. Basically, regardless of it, you only got one match of AEW's pay-per-view to know the other match's results.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to say now I want to go to the hospital so I can have a jumbo-sized enema, because I find this more interesting than what is going on in AEW right now.
And we're about to lower the tone even more.
Yeah, other than me talking about my buttocks. So, yeah, okay. Let's lower the tone even more then. Please do shoot. Go ahead.
AEW's women's division.
Yep. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding.
I'm not going to rant on it too much. Because
yeah, please don't, because I'm upset. I'm going to cry in a minute.
We haven't got all day. And the fact is, we've got still plenty to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And we've only got so many hours today. My biggest issue is the fact that with AEW is the women's championship is meant to be the world, and yet the champion only just this week on Dynamite. Oh, I want an opponent. Nia Rose, I'm picking you from out of nowhere. Supposedly.
Could this be the Nia Rose that could literally kick the crap out of anybody? Or is this going to be the Nia Rose that's just going to roll over and let you tickle her belly?
And here's the thing. Nia Rose is a former AEW champion.
So why are we giving opportunities to any other upcoming female wrestler on the AEW roster, considering it's not very jam-packed full of amazing talent at the moment?
Because they're fighting Serena Deeb, who is the new NWA Women's Champion.
Oh dear! Please pinch me
on AEW.
Yes.
Yeah. So Serena Deeb has got a rematch against Thunder Rosa, because they were setting up, I believe, the NWA Championship against the AEW one. So it just didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels as though it's not been thoroughly planned out.
It just seems to me like there's not a lot of creativity going on behind the scenes of the AEW women's roster, because week after week, it's just, even after the return of Dr. Britt Baker, it's just...
They're not even getting they're not even getting 10 minutes.
No, they're not. And it's turning into WWE women's division pre 2010.
Yeah.
You know, it's just... And we were talking about the women's division, how it needs more time, how it needs more limelight, and we obviously discussed about Sasha Banks and Bayley being the main event at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
You know, do something with them, AEW. Do something with them. They're there. They've got the talent to do it. Just give them the freedom and the time to do it in.
And stop putting another company's championship over your own.
Yeah, exactly. Please stop it. Stop.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense. It's stupid. And frankly, it doesn't make sense. And frankly, it's getting to the stage where what's the point in having a women's division on AEW? Because A, you've got to pay for it, and B, you're not giving them enough time on the on Dynamite. Anyway, even on the pay-per-views, you're not giving them enough.
Well, take into account that people, if they're not giving them enough focus on their own show, why is people going to pay extra for it when AEW don't even give a shit?
Yeah, I was just about to say, when they've not even got any, well, they're not even investing on them on the road show that they do, like, you know, Dynamite and Dark. Then what is the point? What is the point? To scrap the women's division. If you don't want it, scrap it. If you don't think it's doing well, scrap it.
But they won't, because if they do that, then they're not all inclusive.
Yeah, exactly. They're not that. It's just, like I say, I feel bad for the women's division because they're not given the time or the creativity to do what they need to do to get people invested in a storyline and get people invested. You know, women's championship on the line. Oh, I need to pick an opponent for the main event of the year at AEW. AEW's WrestleMania, Full Gear.
Is it?
I think it is, isn't it?
No. Nope.
Thought it was because it was a year.
All In.
Is it All In?
All In, I think.
Oh, I thought it was the main one. I thought Full Gear was the main one.
It's a good one, but it's All In.
No. Oh, well.
Full Gear is when one of the people who were involved in the building up the company, like Cody Rhodes, and never being able to fight for the main championship. This year we got the Bucks who were saying they're going to fight FTR, and if they don't win, they can't go for the tag team titles ever again.
Oh, right, okay. That's probably where I've got it from then.
Yeah,
just the build up.
Yeah, but anyway, point being is, it just feels as though they're not doing much. But anyway, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. We're done with AEW now. We're nearly done.
We're now going to jump on to the entertainment business side.
The what business side?
The entertainment side.
The entertainment side.
And I was just there thinking, why would we talk about the entertainment side? What the hell are you doing?
We're not talking about Matt Burns' pure addiction to Pornhub, by the way.
Really? Anyway.
You naughty man.
I digress. We're going to be talking about Stephen Amell. In case if anybody doesn't know who Stephen Amell is, he is the gentleman who was the Green Arrow on CW's Arrow, or part of the DC universe.
Yeah.
Now, in case... Go on.
No, I've not seen it.
Alright, in case everybody doesn't know, he also had a match against Cody Rhodes. He's also had matches against Christopher Daniels. And he is somebody who does his own stunts on a lot of stuff. And believe me when I say this, he can do a lot of stuff. Now, Stephen Amell is a massive, massive wrestling fan. In fact, this is how big of a fan he is. He's actually on a television dramatic show called Heels. That is going to be on Stars. And lo and behold, he's actually on it as one of the main stars and main actors. So there's an actual dramatic show involving wrestlers, that's around wrestling. Unfortunately, at the moment, he's currently managed to acquire a bit of a minor back injury from it. He is taking a bit of rest days, but the filming is still ongoing at the moment with him not being and recovering. No major surgery is required, but hopefully he is able to return straight back into his role and pretty much get that all underway. Because I will say, I am looking forward to seeing that show.
Did you just yawn?
No.
Are you sure? I think it's just because all that WWE talk, because I feel like that too. I was just about to say, I yawned with you then.
Okay, the WWE made me yawn. I'll admit it. I'm that bored of WWE. Anyway, I'll get back to where I was.
Let me entertain
I am
you.
absolutely, thoroughly looking forward to the fact that Stephen Amell's got a television show involving, a dramatic television show involving wrestling. And I feel he's going to do a massively good job of it.
Well, hopefully. We'll see. See what happens.
Well, that's something we're going to have to cover.
Yeah, it's something that we'll have to cover. Obviously, we need to cover the documentary on David Arquette as well.
Which I've heard nothing but good reviews.
Exactly. I really want to watch that. If anybody knows where I could watch it, it'd be great.
I'm looking forward to watching that as soon as I can. And as soon as we know where to watch it, I will be jumping on that immediately.
Because I just want to know. I want to get some tips on how not to tan.
You mean especially when you're trying to get into when you're meant to be getting involved in TV shows or films?
Yeah. Does this stay on my skin? Yes. What?
Honey, what happens if the producer says, actually has to come in for some more lines? Oh crap.
Let's just put it this way: you'll have to do a line to get through it without embarrassing yourself.
Oh.
By the way, I don't know. That was just a joke.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
Don't
hurt me.
A bad one.
Sweet Jesus.
I'm trying to look into where we can actually watch this now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if anybody knows, though, just hit us up. Everybody's been slightly quiet with us on The Burning Truth just lately.
Ooh.
So please put your ideas forward and please get in touch with us. Interact with us. We thrive off it. That we do.
But if you have an answer in regards to that, just send us a message and we'll pick it up.
Exactly. Interact with us. We love it. We love
it. He crazy.
Have you found it yet?
No. I'm actually getting ready to push on.
Yeah, please push on.
Because we've got to get to the non-gaming, the non-wrestling segment.
Now, Matt Burns is just giving it away, obviously, but, we just go into it now.
Yeah, we'll just go into it. We're going to be talking about a bit of gaming because both of us have different consoles.
Yes, we do. I have the superior console and Matt Burns has the inferior console.
Please. Nice try.
You even admitted it to me.
No, right. For gaming,
Here we go.
yes.
Here we go.
No. For gaming, yes, PlayStation is the better one. For media center, Xbox is. Overall, I feel as though it doesn't matter. Which one's which.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter really because deep down, gaming is gaming.
Gaming is gaming. Plus, obviously, now you've got the cross-platforming anyway, so it doesn't really matter what console you've got. You can still cross-platform with your mates. You can even get in contact with people who are on Xbox in America and other countries around the world. So, it doesn't really matter if you're a Sony fan, a Microsoft fan. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I'm a PS4 guy, and as a young guest, Matt Burns and JB are Xbox One fans
At the moment.
Yeah, so with the introduction of the new consoles coming out, I'm not investing in a PS5 myself personally because I've not had my PS4 long because I took a few years off gaming because I found riding my motorcycle to be more thrilling.
That's interesting. That's very interesting what I've just found. And I'm sorry for the interruption right now, but we're going to have to stop this segment for a minute and go back to the previous one.
Which one?
You Cannot Kill David Arquette?
Oh, yeah. Cool.
We just had a message.
Woohoo!
We have just had a message from Teak.
Hey, Teak.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
And they've actually just told us where you can watch it.
Oh, my God. Teak, I'm your number one fan.
I've just messaged them back saying thank you for letting us know. And you can. They've literally stated You Cannot Kill David Arquette is on Amazon Prime for a price.
For a price? For a minimal fee of blood.
So, that could be something that we could be dipping into.
Please be careful what you're saying.
To watch.
Yes, to watch. No, wrong. Dude.
Right, I'll rephrase it, I'll reword it. We will be going on to Amazon Prime to watch You Cannot Kill David Arquette documentary.
Thanking you very much.
You're welcome. But anyway, back to the original topic that we were originally covering, which was gaming. Now, recently, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm on Xbox, you have the Ultimate Game Pass. And on the
I even heard you just turn it on. Nothing past me.
I'm doing this for a reason.
No,
it's part of the skit. You spoiled it.
You can't stay off it, can you? It's not much of a spoiler if I can hear it turning on. What the fuck?
I was about to just literally talk about what's on the actual stuff. But anyway, the point being is we've got the Xbox Ultimate Game Pass for PlayStation, if I'm not mistaken, because I know you've been playing on it. They've got the PlayStation Network or PlayStation Pass.
You got the PSN network. Obviously, you can have your premium pass, but then obviously with that, if you want to play whatever game you want, whenever you want, you can have the extension on top of that. So not only are you paying for your premium pass, but you're also paying for a games pass as well, where you can play whatever you want, whenever you want, for no extra cost, apart from the monthly fee.
Right. Which is similar to what the Ultimate Xbox Game Pass is.
Yeah, because PlayStation could do it better,
Really?
Just saying. Gonna start a war. It's like that episode of South Park.
He's trying to start a war, but it's not working. But anyway, the point being is, the reason why I brought it up is because at the moment I've just recently downloaded some of the latest ones that are on there, like the Day of the Tentacle remastered, Full Throttle remastered, and Grim Fandango remastered, which are very much point and click games, a la like a Broken Sword, and many other click point sort of genre games, if I'm not mistaken.
It's like Matt Burns' life, that is. Point and click.
But there's also even including the Five Nights at Freddy's series from 1 to 4.
You know something? I really got disturbed not long ago because my youngest daughter, God bless her soul, decided to say, Dad, can I have something for my birthday that's called FNAF? And I just went, What? What the hell is FNAF? She goes, Then she goes, Five Nights at Freddy's. And I thought she'd said Freddy got fucking fingered. I don't, what the fuck?
There is a film called that, if I'm not mistaken, a really bad film.
And it's a hilarious film as well. And that's why I thought,
it's so bad it's good.
Fingered? You're 10 years old. You can't do that. What the hell? Child.
Right. So, I can imagine you had to look up this situation.
No, I asked her to break it down to me because obviously I am in my 30s and I have no idea what the hell FNAF is. I knew about Five Nights at Freddy's, but I had no idea it was called FNAF.
It's the first letter of the title.
It doesn't matter. How can you get Five Nights at Freddy's from FNAF?
Five F.
For all I know, it could have been like a new
A F.
Do you really want me to spell out what I'm thinking to you now, young man? No.
Oh, this is hilarious.
I literally thought she said, when she said it's Five Nights at Freddy's, I just went, I had to take a double take. I was like, what? I looked at her, I was frowning. I was like, what did you just say? And she goes, Five Nights at Freddy's, and I just went, Jesus Christ, I had to tell somebody. I think it was my mum that I contacted and said, I thought Eva just said Freddy got fingered.
No, but as you can imagine, but then again, the title of it, Five Nights at Freddy's, doesn't exactly scream out
FNAF.
No, what it exactly is actually about. It sounds like almost a really, really bad certain directorial filmmakers, you know. I'm trying to do this while being subtle.
Yeah, there's not much about being subtle.
I can't, you know what, screw it, I'm not even going to be subtle. It basically sounds like a bad pornography name.
Yeah, it does, FNAF.
Or Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, Five Night in Freddy. Oh, Friday Night in Freddy. Oh, no.
No, just leave it there. Don't, just, no.
It's like that One Night in Paris. Oh, no, I better not mention. I didn't see it, honestly.
Do not open Pandora's box.
No, I didn't. I opened Paris's box. Oh God.
Anyway. I will say this. I know about the Five Nights at Freddy's series.
Yeah, I bet you do.
And I will say, in case if anybody wants to know what it's about, it's basically a jump scare game involving animatronics. And
yeah. I didn't know about this. So, obviously, I must have been showing my age at the time. It must have just been my absence from gaming for about 4 to 5 years.
I only know about it because of YouTube.
And obviously, Matt Burns watches too many videos on YouTube. Yeah. So, you know, just wow.
Now,
just fancy that, rehashing up Freddy got fingered. Traumatizing experience, you know.
Anyway, if anybody is interested
in Freddy got fingered.
No. If anybody's interested in this idea,
it's on Blu-ray.
Watching me attempt to try and play Five Nights at Freddy's 1 to 4 while streaming on Twitch.
Ooh!
And probably hearing me scream like a little bitch when I get a jump scare.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that didn't know, that Matt Burns really does actually scream like a little bitch.
It doesn't exactly help. I can watch horror films, but I'm not the best at the horror games.
I can't watch horror films because literally I have to. You know when you just put your hands over your eyes and then you just spread your fingers slightly so you can just see through the gap, so it makes it less frightening. Yeah, I'm one of them.
Yeah, but the problem is, at least with a film, they follow certain rules. With a game, it's pretty much you're having to play to get to the fucking jump.
Yeah, I do remember playing Resident Evil, the first one, when when you first encounter a zombie on Resident Evil, the first one.
That is the only exception to the series from the original Resident Evil. I can actually play without even blinking an eyelid.
Yeah, that freaked me out. That did. That freaked me out because it just reminded me of some of the locals that live around here. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I love everybody, honestly. Woo!
Lies. Anyway, the point being is, if anybody is interested in that idea, let us know. Or if you want to see James Irvine attempting to live stream a game. Notice what it said.
That would be interesting.
James
Irvine that gets phone calls off his parents and that every 5 seconds of the day. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just live streaming on Twitch. Go away.
Yeah, but and there's me going, come on, left door, right door, left door.
Yes. Let's turn it into you can do the horror games. I'll just do the generic stuff. And people can watch me fail miserably.
No. If I'm doing horror games, you're doing horror games.
Dude, why would you even do that to me? You know I've got a very weak ticker.
I don't care. I've got a weak ticker.
I've also got a weak bladder. I don't think people want to see me wet myself.
That'd be entertaining.
You're horrible to me, you are.
They don't actually have to see you, just hear you.
I think it would be a great idea. So if anybody's interested in that idea, then put yourselves forward. Let your voices be heard. Ooh.
And there we go. Immediately, Teak, go for it.
Well, there we go then. Happy days. I think you should watch Matt Burns stream first. So,
who shall go first?
No, because they're going to pick on me.
Who do you think you should go first? Go on, if anybody's got any messages?
No.
I have no idea.
Not me. I'm a nice guy. I love WWE.
Really?
I think everything. And I love Roman Reigns.
Really with that answer? Damn it.
You.
Matt Baines to screaming.
I'm back to normal again. Fuck you, WWE. Hate you, Roman Reigns. That's made my Did you find the peanut again?
Oh no, it gets worse.
No.
But Irvine has to as well.
Why would you do this to me?
That's not me.
Why would you do this to me, Teak? I was nice then. I said I was your number one fan. You broke my heart.
I'll just reply, see what we can do. We'll try to fit it in when we can, when we've got some availability.
Yes, because unfortunately, due to personal circumstances, my time may be used up a little bit more than I want to at this, for in the future. So we shall see. That is not a cop-out, by the way. Honestly. It's not, honestly.
It's not, but oh, good Lord, I'm going to be screaming like a motherfucker.
Why would you be screaming like a motherfucker? Motherfuckers don't scream.
It's a figure of speech. I don't mean it literally.
So you're saying that you're a motherfucker now?
No.
Just going on technicality now. Why would you be a motherfucker? Mr. Burns? Why?
Figurative of speech! Speech! The thing that you went to school to learn.
What speech? I'm not being funny, but we know people that don't know their elbows from the shoulders, so school didn't do us very good, did it?
There's some of you.
Speak for yourself, young man. I will have you know
I went to college and uni.
Educated.
I'm well educated. I went to college and uni, damn it.
Yes, that made you a total bright spark, didn't it?
Yeah, seeing as I'm smart enough to get involved in wrestling to knock my IQ down. Whoops.
Yeah. Concussed much?
But anyway, that's going to be it for the non wrestling topic. We're gonna have to rush on to the epic wrestling moment.
Yeah, let's go on to. In fact, actually, let's give it a nice little intro. Shall we give it a nice little intro?
You can do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Oh, wait.
What
Stop.
How dare you?
No, stop. It's not my fault. It's not me. Message just come in. Additionally, to answer Tick's question, we'll see what we can do. Because he's just realised that us pair have agreed to it.
Oh no.
Yeah. That we've instantly forgot about JB.
Oh, we have not forgotten about JB at all in the slightest. You see, the thing with JB is that he doesn't realise this, by the way, is that no matter what we do or we enter to, he is also part of the Burning Truth, so he shall be dragged down with this.
We'll see if he's available, but I will say he has even less time than us.
Yeah, he does. So if he can't make it, he will make it up to you guys in the future. So we will make sure of that too.
Yes.
Especially after his bar humbug comment.
Oh, damn right.
Shame on you, JB. But anyway, can I do my intro now?
Please do.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I introduce to you WrestleMania 3 as our wrestling epic moment of the week.
Correct. And in case if anybody wants to know why he stated it, it's more so for one moment that actually happens at WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, it's not a fail this week. It's absolutely pure gold, and it is one of them moments that is going to be remembered for millenniums.
It's actually one of the moments that is actually. It's one of the moments that's actually had some of the current wrestlers get involved into wrestling.
Yeah, it has actually. Yeah, because big guys, obviously, they think, "Oh, I don't know if I could do that. I'll get hurt because I'm a big guy." Blah blah blah. And then obviously you got the biggest guy, in my eyes, personality-wise, also, to step into the squared circle.
Yep.
So, hats off to you, Andre the Giant and Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Hulk Hogan was absolutely bricking it over this match.
Yeah, and it's the first time, I think it's the first time where Hulk Hogan has actually openly admitted that he was bricking it.
Yeah.
Because he knew he was strong. He knew he was a big guy, but obviously when you're handling the biggest guy who happens to be twice the size of you, then you've got every reason to be nervous and bricking it.
Just a little bit.
So, hats off to you, Hulk Hogan, for that, and hats off to Andre the Giant. May you forever rest in peace.
Yeah.
But, wow, what it has to be the body slam of the century.
That does.
Because it meant so much to Andre the Giant, because Andre the Giant, he did not trust a lot of wrestlers. If he didn't like you, he wouldn't let you do things.
Pretty much, just ask Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, exactly.
Who ran into a fist.
Exactly. Thank
God
for that.
Ouch.
Running into a massive concrete block being thrown at your face.
Called his hand.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, but Jesus Christ Almighty. If he didn't like you, he would hurt you. And he would not let you get a move in edgeways. If you
Oddly enough,
tried, he
are you
would
ready
beat
for
the
a
shit out of
person?
you.
Are you ready for a person he doesn't like? Oddly enough.
Oh, oh God. Let me just get my wrestling brain on a minute.
And it may surprise you.
I'm going to say, was it Macho Man?
Yes.
Yeah, that was it, Macho Man. Because I
Yeah.
think it was something to do with it. It wasn't just to do with his attitude. It was about to do with his. Was it about his in-ring work as well?
Something or other, yeah. There was just something he just didn't like.
He just. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Oh yeah. It's just.
Yeah.
I
Not
would
everyone.
imagine for Andre the Giant with the size of the ears that he had, that would sound literally like somebody scraping their nails down a chalkboard. You know, so I can imagine.
Possibly.
I'm just clutching at straws here, man.
And I'm just letting you dig that hole.
I've dug many a hole. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And it's just climbing back out. It puts the lotion on its skin, or else it
No.
gets the hooves again.
Stop quoting that film again, because otherwise we're going to have to slap JB again.
No, he should slap himself.
Anyway,
yeah, Andre the Giant, absolute legend. If he didn't like you, he was going to hurt you, and he wouldn't let you get a move in edgeways. He would make you look like a moron.
yes, and ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely entertaining moments, golden moments, especially to the left. Boom, straight into it. And Hogan was that scared. He as you can see, he was terrified to hit the leg drop straight after. Because straight away, as soon as his body slammed him, he could have just pinned him. He was like, nope, it's Andre the Giant. Hit the ropes, leg drop him, make sure he's down, make sure he's down.
Exactly. And that, if Andre the Giant didn't like you, A, the body slam would not have happened. And B, I'm damn sure straight he would have kicked out of that leg drop.
Pretty much. But then again, if you want a funny pinfall situation, just go ahead and look at Randy Savage in a Royal Rumble against that involved Andre the Giant when Randy Savage attempted to pin Andre.
Yeah, and he literally just went boof,
Pressed him over.
Not happening.
And eliminated him.
Exactly. That was amazing. I could watch that over and over. Is there a GIF of that? I want that.
I'll find it, yeah.
Yeah, please find that GIF and send it me. That's brilliant. But yeah. Talking about Andre the Giant and funny moments, I want to just mention this because obviously Jake the Snake was very, very close with Andre the Giant. And along with a few other wrestlers. They were very close. Big, mate.
More close than most?
More close than most, exactly. But Jake the Snake, obviously, with all his struggles and that with alcohol and stuff, and he knew that Andre the Giant drank and stuff like that.
But he can drink.
And he can drink. If you want to listen to a great interview with Jake the Snake, obviously head over to Joe Rogan on Spotify and find that interview because it is absolutely brilliant. It's lovely hearing about Jake the Snake because he was one of my favourites growing up as a child. Obviously, the Macho Man Randy Savage, when he said to him, I want the snake to bite you on the arm, and he wouldn't let him. And it's just the voices that he does. He does Macho Man down to a T.
He tells a good story.
Yeah, he tells a good story, Jake the Snake does. And it's so relaxing as well, listening to him talk. Because you think, I watched this guy, I envied this guy growing up. And, it was great. He had a great gimmick and stuff like that, even though, realistically, he was petrified of snakes, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So... Jake the Snake was just brilliant. So listen to that interview because there was a part of that interview with Joe Rogan where he was talking about Andre the Giant and he does start choking up a little bit, but he tells a story about them being on the road and they were in a van.
Yeah.
They were in a van and he wanted a case of beers, and he said, "Well, are you sure it's a 4-hour drive or 6-hour drive?" And he goes, "Oh, make it 2 cases then." 2 cases of beer, and how many cans are in a case? Was it something like 20?
Something like that.
Something like 20. And Jake the Snake says, "I felt embarrassed because I needed to piss every so often." Andre the Giant did not piss at all the way. And obviously Jake the Snake felt embarrassed. But the story, the way that he tells it, is brilliant. And there's also another time when I think Jake the Snake's body slammed him as well.
I think he has.
I think he mentions it in that in that interview.
But for those, so we're not spoiling anything, check out the interview.
Yeah.
Check out that interview. But anyway, I'm going to have to say that's going to have to be a wrap-up for this week.
Yeah, I think so. I think we've covered all bases and had a massive rant, and now I'm quite hot and sweaty because I've ranted far too much. But it was nice to end on a happy moment.
Happy positive.
Yeah, a happy positive, especially with all the crap that we've been through today.
Exactly. Which is why we decided to implement the epic wrestling moments always at the end, be it a fail or a epic moment or anything like that. Because you can always leave with a smile.
Yeah, exactly.
You know. It's almost like the old Toolage of send them home happy.
Yeah, exactly. And hopefully you guys come back wanting more.
Pretty much. So I'm going to be pretty much doing a bit of a speed run right now in regards to what we normally do, by basically just stating here to check out like places like UK Ray, also known as UK Wrestling Alliance. We, of course, also recommend you check out charitable organisations like Changes for Health and Wellbeing, Changes Recovery Radio, Mind, Meta for Mind, Donald Beans Hospice Care for Children and Young People, Cancer Research UK. We, of course, also recommend you to check out the lighter side of professional wrestling, be it either Botchamania, you're welcome Matthew, WrestleCrap, you're welcome RD Reynolds, and, of course, the OSW Review lads. Absolutely amazing, especially What Bar Are They Today? We recommend you check that out. We, of course, also recommend you check out the many other colleagues of ours, be it, Magic Mark Adams' many podcasts, be it the Paul or Pat radio show. I know at the moment his currently Don't Say the C Word has been on hiatus at the moment, but could very well be back on due to the potential of the second lockdown. We've also got the We the Independent, that's with an IE, not a Y, being hosted by none other than Sugar Dunkerton. We've also got Think Wrestling, which is also hosted by Tom Baker, and we're not on about the former Doctor. Doctor Who. We, of course, also recommend you check out Train Pop Culture with the many topics that they cover, be it either on any of the many sources, of course. We, of course, also recommend you check out Hatred Theory on their podcast show and their live streams that they do on Friday, because they did one on last Friday, and check this one out, Irvine. They decided to do a question round where if they get one right, they don't have to eat a certain chili.
Oh God! Don't you even think about it? Don't you even think about it?
What?
You know what?
I'm not thinking of that. I'm not. Hell's no.
I've already had my time doing silly things like that when I was in college. Thank you very much. So the answer to that is no. I don't want it coming out as hot as it went in. Thank you very much.
Fans, if anybody wants to jump onto that, just send messages if you want that.
In fact, actually, give us some ideas of what you'd like to hear in the future, because I'm interested to know what other people think of what we should be talking about on our non-wrestling moment.
Or trying. But anyway, let's push on. We, of course, also recommend you check out Kayfabe Music, because they're absolutely amazing at doing music, especially seeing as they do our theme song for The Burning Truth. We also recommend you check out Powered 4 TV, where they've always got wrestling content being jumped onto there almost every week, be it either a podcast or wrestling content as a whole when it can. We also recommend you check out local wrestling promotions, be it either SCW, United Wrestling, Pro Wrestling Feud, Future Shock Wrestling, Academy Pro Wrestling, Fallen Star Wrestling, Venom Wrestling Federation, Slam Wrestling, Wolfen Pro Wrestling, or the Barracks Wrestling Academy, and many of the others. If I've missed any, I apologise, but just in case, there is an app for it, be it Babyface Wrestling app, where it's free. You can actually check out all your local wrestling promotions, and you can also follow them, and also follow local wrestlers as well.
Yay!
We, of course, also recommend you check out the Burning Truth website, which is www.theburningtruthuk.com.
Woohoo!
The only thing we do have to point out, please do not hold us responsible for any external links.
Boo!
As we do not have any control over them.
Yay!
So, with all that being said, we cover a lot.
Yes, we have. It's been slightly extended today.
Slightly.
Slightly.
Being an understatement.
Slightly.
But if you want to listen to any of the current episode or past episodes, you can either go to the website, Spreaker, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Deezer, and many other external sources. We may actually be on Amazon Music / Audible soon. We are, of course, on social media, be it either Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. And that's going to be a wrap-up for this week. And I'm going to do the mental health side a little bit different this week.
Okay.
Because I'm just going to point out this. At this moment in time, if you feel that you need to have a discussion, or you're not in the right place or anything, and this is at the moment, I'm only going to be covering the UK for the numbers that we covering right now, just to point that out. But in the UK, there's many other contact numbers that you can contact, be it either Mind, Shout, or the Samaritans.
Exactly.
If you feel that you need to have just a quick discussion about anything, and some of these, the actual phone call is free. Even a text message is free.
It is. I will tell you all this from experience that I suffered with mental health a few years ago. Still do to this day, but obviously it's more under control now. But I will say that the work that the Samaritans did for me back then kept me going and kept me strong. So I will highly recommend that if you need help during these hard times, you need to talk to somebody, then please get in contact with one of the lines that we're going to provide with you.
Now, for Shout, you could just literally send a text message to the text number, which is 85258. And that is the UK's first 24/7 text service, free on all major mobile networks for anyone in crisis, anytime, anywhere. It's a place you can go to if you're struggling to cope and you need immediate help.
Especially in these hard times.
Especially during these hard times. The Samaritans provide confidential, non-judgmental, emotional support for people experiencing feelings of distress, despair, including those that could lead to unfortunate thoughts, to phrase it in such a way. You can phone, email, write a letter, or in most cases talk to someone face to face. Their contact number is 116123, and they are 24 hours a day, and it's free to call.
If you're not 100% aware, that you can actually look these up on Google.
I know. I almost sound like I'm a character from Open All Hours UK TV reference there. Granville.
Here we go. Granville.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to watch a decent classic British sitcom, a comedy, then Open All Hours. It is hilarious.
I just thought I'd just lean into the joke there. Why not? But anyway,
Why not?
But the point being is, it is not a weakness to ask for help, and I'm going to end it on that bombshell for this week. I've been Matt Burns.
May I do an outro? Actually,
I was about to say, that's why I've just opened it up for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been James Irvine. He's been Matt Burns. We wish you all well for the next coming week, and we'll see you next week.
Until then, it's been emotional. Catch you next week.
Bye.